Your dog may not be licking you because it loves you. In some cases, that lick is actually a stress signal. And the strange part? Most owners completely misread it. For years, we've been told the same story. A dog licks your face. A dog licks your hand. A dog licks you after work. That must mean affection, right? Maybe. But modern canine psychology paints a far more complicated picture. And by the end of this video, you may never look at your dog's licking behavior the same way again. A dog gently licking its owner's hand in slow motion. Here's the unsettling truth. One of the biggest myths in dog ownership is that licking always equals love. Sometimes it does, but sometimes your dog is communicating something entirely different. Fear, conflict, appeasement, anxiety, or even an attempt to control a social situation. The question isn't, why is my dog licking me? The real question is, what is my dog trying to stop? That changes everything. Dogs inherited many behaviors from their wild ancestors. Among wolves and other canids, licking often serves social functions that have nothing to do with affection. Young animals lick older group members. Lower-ranking animals lick higher-ranking ones. The behavior can reduce tension and prevent conflict. In other words, licking can be diplomacy, not devotion. Licking isn't always affection. Sometimes it's negotiation. Now think about this. How often does your dog lick you when you're upset? After an argument? During stress? When you're crying? Most people interpret that as comfort. And sometimes it may be. But science suggests another possibility. Your emotional state could be making your dog uncomfortable. What if your dog isn't calming you down? What if it's trying to calm itself down? Researchers have repeatedly found that dogs are extraordinarily sensitive to human emotions. Neuroscientist Gregory Burns at Emory University used brain imaging to study how dogs respond to humans. His work showed that dogs are highly tuned to their owners and can react strongly to human-related cues and emotional information. That sounds heartwarming until you realize something important. When dogs detect emotional tension, they don't always understand it. They simply know something feels different, something feels wrong. And many dogs respond by offering appeasement behaviors. One of those behaviors? Licking. In other words, your dog may be reacting to your stress more than your sadness. That's a very different story. Think about it. If a dog repeatedly licks someone who's crying, is it offering emotional support? Or is it attempting to reduce a situation that feels socially uncomfortable? Can both be true at the same time? Animal behavior experts increasingly believe the answer may be yes. Owners sitting quietly while dog repeatedly licks their hand. But the story gets stranger. A 2018 study led by Natalia Albuquerque and researchers from the University of Lincoln found that dogs increased mouth-licking behaviors when viewing angry human faces. The response occurred more often toward human emotional signals than dog signals. Read that again. Anger triggered more licking. Not happiness, not affection, anger. That finding suggests licking can function as a response to social tension, a communication signal, a conflict management tool. So the next time your dog licks you after you've raised your voice, the meaning may not be what you think. It may be saying, "Everything okay?" Or perhaps, "Can we stop whatever this is?" That's a lot different from, "I love you." And we're still not finished. Because there is another explanation most owners never hear. Dogs live in a world dominated by scent. Far more than sight, far more than sound, far more than words. Your dog may be licking you because you're carrying information, not because you're carrying affection. Gregory Burns and colleagues at Emory University discovered that familiar human scents activate reward-related regions of the canine brain. Dogs appear deeply interested in information connected to their people, even when those people aren't physically present. To a dog, your skin isn't just skin, it's data. It contains traces of stress hormones, environmental scents, food residue, other animals, other humans, where you've been, what you've touched, how you've been feeling. Every lick may be part investigation, part communication, part emotional assessment. Your dog could be reading a story written on your skin, and that story may be more important than affection itself. Now here's where many owners become uncomfortable, because sometimes excessive licking has little to do with social bonding at all. It can become self-reinforcing. The dog licks. The owner responds. The dog receives attention. The behavior becomes stronger. The cycle repeats. Over time, what began as communication can evolve into a habit, or even an anxiety-linked behavior. That doesn't mean something is wrong with your dog, but it does mean the behavior deserves context, not assumptions. Every lick has a reason. Love is only one. So how do you know what your dog actually means? Look at the rest of the body language. This is where most interpretations fail. A relaxed dog with loose muscles, soft eyes, and a wagging body may be expressing affection. A dog licking while avoiding eye contact, showing tension, yawning repeatedly, or displaying nervous movements may be expressing stress or uncertainty. The lick itself isn't enough. The surrounding behavior matters. It's like trying to understand a single word without hearing the rest of the sentence. And here's another twist. Research associated with canine cognition expert Alexandra Horowitz has repeatedly challenged popular assumptions about dog behavior. Her work often shows that humans project human emotions and intentions onto dogs far more than we realize. That means we may be telling ourselves comforting stories about licking because those stories feel good, not because they're always accurate. The biggest surprise isn't why dogs lick. It's why humans explain it the way they do. We want simple answers. Dogs rarely give them. A lick can be affection. A lick can be stress. A lick can be curiosity. A lick can be information gathering. A lick can be conflict avoidance. Sometimes it's several of those things at once. That's what makes canine psychology so fascinating and so easy to misunderstand. The behavior most people see as the clearest sign of love may actually be one of the most misunderstood signals in the dog world. So next time your dog walks over and starts licking your hand, don't immediately assume you know what it means. Pause. Look closer. Observe the situation. Observe the body language. Observe yourself, because the answer might reveal more about the emotional environment around your dog than about the dog itself. And if you're enjoying these science-backed deep dives into canine behavior, take a second to like this video and subscribe to Paw Theory. We explore the hidden psychology behind the behaviors most owners think they already understand, because sometimes the truth is far more interesting than the myth. And looking back at all those times your dog licked you, do you think it was affection, anxiety, communication, or something in between?